So this morning, a bit of cloud, a bit of sun, but it's very, very still, and the dogs can hear everything. I'll just show you Peep. Oh. So it's actually pretty silent. We can hear a road in the distance, but it's just like a rumble of sea. You can phase that out. So I had a list to pick from of things to think about today. Quite a few things cropped up, and I think we'll focus on one. So Peep just lifted his ears up. Oh my goodness. It's a reverse beep. He just cocked his ears like, what is that? Oh, it's that. And then back to relax again. So yeah, I picked one because I haven't got hours to discuss all the things that have cropped up, and there's no need. So yeah, this one is past, future, v, present. And we're talking about or focusing on fear state. So there's a dog you can see behind me, and in fact there's another one and another one, and then my guy Peep, and this little fella here, he's the only one who hasn't, well, I think he does actually have some fear reactions. So with these dogs that I've worked with fear and brought them back into balance. So you can see, you've just seen how relaxed they are. I'm having a little sit down and a rest halfway through the walk. Not a rest, but a sit down. It's time just to go. This is the midway point of the walk. We're on a circuit walk in the woods today. So taking this opportunity to discuss past, future, v, present, and looking at fear, because fear is the only thing that holds us back. It's the only thing I have found that is working against nature, life. You know, right now, these guys, they're absolutely, you know, when a dog looks bored, it's happy. When they're using the nose, they're happy. So when I bring a dog into balance because it has fear issues, what we do is we be in the moment. We walk our legs so our brain works forward moving. So we're processing. And I'm looking for the dogs to use their noses. If they're using their eyes and their ears, you know, they can go into an overexcited state, and they can, if they have fear in them, they will react. And then people say, oh, my dog's naughty, one way or another. No, it's not naughty. It just had a fear reaction. And these things are triggered from experience in the past. So I remove those triggers because anything that upset the dogs doesn't actually need to stay with them, and they pretty much give it up immediately, or some take a while if they're nervous. This girl here, she took a few months, you know, and her issue really was humans. So she so when she puffed her lips there, she's really taken in some scent, and something's interested her. But no one's scared of anything. No one's living in the past. And these guys have no option to live in the future, bar knowing that, you know, when we're done later, we're going to get dinners. We work all day for our... Did you hear that, Pete? Not yet, mate. So at the end of the day, we all know we're getting dinners, and we're working to that point. So we're going to work our bodies, our minds, everything. And then at the end of the day, we fill up on food, and we lie down, we chill out. We might sleep and dream or whatever. Perfect day. Right, my girl's getting cold. Yeah. So I've had 2 little whines from this girl back here. She sat still for a while. she's happy putting her nose down when we move. She's got a bit cold, so we're gonna move while we talk. So yeah, the issue with past for dogs is they can be triggered by something, and then in a situation where that trigger triggers them, they can go into a fear state and get reactive. Now, with people, we have the same thing. We're built around the same stuff. You know, we have a base ego. Our instinct is to enable us to survive. We don't want to die. You know, nothing wants to die. It has that intrinsic desire to live. So our fear has a purpose. You know, if a horde of bears came out of the woods now, but we're not in Europe, so it won't, or anywhere else where they have bears, but if they did, then our sense of fear would be very real, not perceived, not triggered by a past event, very real, and we're going to react in order to, or respond in order to maintain our survival and the survival of the pack. If anything came out and attacked me now, all these dogs very chilled out. If anyone wanted to do something to me, they know they're relying on me. I'm the one that gets the dinners, remember? So on that score, I'm extremely important, but also I keep them safe. I brought them into balance. They're going to make sure I'm safe. Their life depends on my life. So they can look very subdued, but I wouldn't like to imagine what they would turn into if I were attacked by anyone. And indeed, for that purpose, over 12 years, if anyone's at a distance started having an issue, because I don't know why generally, people are in fear state, we'll turn and we'll go. Sometimes I'll stand my ground, I'll speak the truth, and then we'll go. Because I don't want these guys slipping into or getting even more fear triggers. Ernie. So while I'm busy, Ernie's decided, oh, we'll all go this way. No, you stay this way. Good boy. I'll show you them. So we're just like a little crowd of dogs. Harmony, balance. So yeah, fear state, triggers from the past are an issue for humans and dogs. So I've worked with dogs a long time, and with humans, obviously my business has been with kids, you know, and there's ways to establish harmony, self-confidence, all of these things. Now, for big people, which now and then I come across, they're having a trigger and a fear state and a reaction, whatever. You know, that's something that needs dealing with. It's essential. It is an emergency, and your life does not depend on a past fear. It depends. Someone saw a squirrel, and the squirrel actually went under the gate. It could go anywhere. Come on, Dolly, come on. So, yeah, we're not going up into the woods till I finish this. Dolly, come on, come on. Oh. Hey! So we've just had a new guy turn up. They're just saying hello. And give him space. See you there. So Dolly had a little bit of trigger, so she put her body flat and her tail up. Now the dogs come over, they've met, they're playful. So she was like, oh, Energy, what's going to happen? Oh yeah, everything's okay. So and no leads. I'm not doing restraining. The minute you restrain a dog and it's in fear state, you may not be helping. Depending on how you use your lead, depends on if you're helping or not helping. So there's something to be considerate of. So past, where it concerns fear, brings problems to dogs, people. Also future. Dogs can't think what's happening later. Like we said, they'll think as far as their dinner. They don't need to be conscious of the future or much in the future. Oh, he's gone again. So what I'm doing now is dealing with my future potential anxiety, which I don't want to have, which is, oh, he's going to run, now he's chasing something. Now we've got another dog coming in. And because he can get a bit loud, that yap that you heard wasn't him, it was the other dog that came in. And do we have a lead? No, we don't have a lead, so we're all right. As long as everyone's not on leads, everyone's going to be fine. As long as the people are sound in themselves, everything's going to be fine. We're all giving off the energy that enables everybody to mix freely. I mean, Dolly's gone the right distance now. Everyone else is here. She's getting bold because we've just had it, and she's just clocked me, eye contact. Now she's coming back. I don't know if you can see her there. Over there with her tail up. So she did a response. She's had past fear triggers and reacted, and we work on response. We slow down a little bit, we maintain level energy, everyone stays in harmony. If one dog's got an issue and everyone else is like, if you're on your own with that, we're cool, then they ain't going to have that issue for long. So equally, you know, with children with fear issues, reactions, you stay close to them, and you have company, not talking at them, not making them, you know, even more intellectually or intelligently or consciously aware of their trauma. I don't talk them out of it. I'm just going through the gate. Come on. You know, just to have an energy around, that is sound energy. So that sound energy, and not falling for the triggers of the past fears that aren't applicable right now, not worrying about what might happen in the future, because it hasn't. So what are you doing? What are you doing with your brains? You know, we have to self-manage this in order that we maintain being in the present. And I don't even need to explain right now about the benefits of being in the present, because you're seeing it. When there's no fear, when there's no anxiety or stress, when you're talking in human terms, you are left with a great big void where that fear was. And what fills it? If you've got good company, you've got harmonious energy around you, what fills it is love, the thing that beats all of the traumatic, evil, upsetting things in life. If you like Harry Potter, you've read Harry Potter, then you know you know, it's in a bit of a story form, but it's the same thing. You know, past, future fears, they're crushing, absolutely crushing. Being in the moment is life affirming. It's not that nothing matters, it's that everything matters, because you notice everything that matters, and you are feeling, you know it, you feel it, you're feeling everything. I'm feeling this hill right now. It's a bit slidey. So you are at one with the oneness in the big one thing. I'm just a person on the earth somewhere. They're just some dogs on the earth somewhere. We're just hanging out together, doing something and nothing somewhere. So what's there not to be harmonious and happy about? It's easy, it's simple. So it's a great It's a great exercise to do. I do it daily, several times daily. I don't mean walking with dogs, checking in with myself. You know, is the past coming up to creep around me and upset me? Or am I concentrating and putting my efforts into the moment to enjoy the moment? Maybe I can create an ice past with lots of moments. So equally, I'm not going to worry about the future. I used to do that, and and as a response to that, I'd work really hard to create things. And when you're doing that, because you're worried they ain't going to have enough money or people are relying on you, you can burn out. I do the same amount now in a day of what I used to do. I'm not exhausted. I'm just not exhausted. I feel alive, you know, so I can be busy for 16 hours. And I used to be in a state where I would be in exhaustion for 10 of those 16 hours while I'm doing physical and mental work. But now, because I'm like, I need to address this, I don't need to worry about what already happened. It happened, and if I'm clever, I'll deal with it in a clever way, which is if it's not nice, you walk away. A simple avoidance. You don't need to be involved in anything. You don't need to think about anything. And I'm not going to worry too much about the future. The future's going to unfold when I get now sorted. And then in a minute, I'll get that now sorted. You know, we're laying the future path. You know, dogs and humans were born to walk. We walk paths, we make paths, we travel. So as we go, should we make our own path? And take with us our beautiful feelings and thoughts of the wholeness and beauty of being here and now in the now. If we get one life, why waste a moment on unnecessary drama because of perceived nonsense, largely not coming from within you, but originally came from without of you. So out of you, what can you really change if it's in the past? So it's a good thing to think about. We're getting to a time of year when some people are going to be on their own. Some people are not with their families. Me and my kids were one of them. All our family, they're all together, we're not. This is life. And so we're concentrating on sharing our time this season with other people who know what that's like and therefore live in the moment. You know, they don't worry about anything that might or might not happen, or they might have a present they like or they don't like, or what someone else might think or do. We're going to share food, we're going to play games, and we all know better. There's packs of kids out now. And we're going to make the best of every single moment. And in that way, your future is nothing to worry about, and your past doesn't matter. Just like the dogs. I've got to put this down. I can't get any further without grabbing some tree roots because it's very slidey. So that's part of the fun of it. Ernie's off, but he knows how to be a good boy. You stop now, I said his name. So listen, have a lovely time today, and if you are thinking about the future, just make sure you're organised about sorting your mince pies. That matters, because that's food at the end of the day. Take care.